So lately things have been getting crazy. We got a bunch of fake YouTubers pretending like they're sneakerheads, pumping these shoes up so they could turn around and sell them to you guys for a jacked up price on the aftermarket. Then you got Nike and Jordan brand over here limiting these shoes so we can barely even get our hands on them in the first place. Then you got raffles going up, and after they select winners, they're basically turning around and then canceling all the orders for like 60% of the people that hit on them. And on top of that, you got these robbers out here jacking trains and taking half the inventory off before we even get a chance at them. So, I ask you this, the same thing I asked myself. Do we really want these shoes, or do we just have FOMO? I say we're getting manipulated. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to run you this, the dopest intro you ever seen in your life, and we're going to come back and we're going to talk about it.
The other sneaker YouTubers, the hell are boring. OG Trap Jordan, OG Trap Jordan. I got sneakers, raining and pouring.
What up, YouTube? OG Trap Jordan, back with another one. And today's topic is going to be FOMO, the fear of missing out. So the reason I wanted to make this video today is because there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. Just like I said in the intro of this video, we got a lot of shenanigans still going on in the game right now. And just recently I was watching somebody's video and I was looking in the comments and I seen somebody make a comment talking about, oh yeah, it's funny how a lot of these YouTubers have this narrative that the reason that a lot of these shoes are limited is because they were sitting last year, and that doesn't even make sense because they're leaving money on the table. Well, I got an argument for that. I think you're wrong about that. I think that it's true. I think that we did let a lot of them sit, and I actually made quite a bit of videos last year talking about how if we let these sit, this was going to happen, and here we are. So I say all that just to say that Jordan Brand and Nike, they're not interested in the short game. It's the long game. It's relevancy. It's making this brand stick around for a long time. Right now we're in the 40th anniversary, and they want to make sure that they're still popping in the 50th anniversary, and even years down the road, maybe even the 100th anniversary, they want this brand to still be around and still be strong. Now there's a lot of stuff, like I said, going on in this game right now, and it's not just the limited shoes. It's shoes coming up missing off of the back of trains. It's resellers out here with a fork and their knife in their hand and the drool coming down their chin because they can already see what's going on. And I think it's really kind of funny that people don't really still see what's going on at the end of the day. And I've talked about this a lot. I've talked about the manipulation of Jordan Brand and Nike and how they make us want these shoes even more. How many times has a shoe been coming out, or when they first announced it, or they showed first images of it, and you looked at it and you were like, I'm gonna pass, and then as time goes on and we get closer to the release date, it starts getting really hyped up. I mean, maybe something happens with the release, maybe the internet crashes, maybe all of a sudden the resales through the roof, you find out there's not very many pairs, the YouTubers are pumping them up, and all of a sudden the gears start turning in your brain and you're like, dang, I don't want to miss out on the shoe. I actually think the shoe is kind of nice. Actually, when I look at it, I'm kind of changing. My energy's changing a little bit.
Wow, this is garbage. You actually like this?
Well, let me tell you something. This is all by design. The fact is that we want what we can't have. I've preached about that over and over again, but it's true. And you know what? I'm going to give you an analogy that's kind of similar to an analogy that I gave before, but it's like when you're talking to a woman and you're texting her and everything is going good and you're just texting her and everything's happy and you're going on dates with her, and all of a sudden she goes cold and you don't hear from her for a couple of days. Well, the reason is because she knows she got you, because you have become way too available, and now her attention is somewhere else with somebody else got her on her radar, and he's not giving her that much attention, and she wants to know what's up with him because he's a mystery and you are like a book. She can read, she knows she got you, and you know what? It goes both ways. Women don't just do that to men, men do that to women, and that's how players are born.
I told you I'm a player, and I don't care about none of that.
And they realize something. They realize that scarcity sells, And that's what we're living through right now. They're creating FOMO through scarcity. They're also creating FOMO through other manufactured ways. And it's not just the resellers, it's not just the YouTubers. Do you think it's a coincidence that every time one of these shoes pops up, all this crazy stuff happens? Like right now with these unions, there was like a raffle and a bunch of orders got canceled, and then now we're getting news that by the time you guys see this, it'll probably have already happened. But the first come first serves were turned into raffles, and there's a history of this with Jordan and Nike brand. I mean, I could go all the way back to when like the excuse me, the Lost and Founds were coming out, and everybody was calling those bricks, and then all of a sudden on the day of the drop, what happened? The internet crashed and you couldn't get them, and everybody went crazy. Prices skyrocketed. The YouTubers started pumping them up. They went crazy. Everybody had to get them. I paid resale. I know a lot of you guys paid resale. I don't know too many people that actually got those for retail. And a lot of these shoes that are coming up this year, a lot of us said we didn't want them, but now we're seeing all this news about what's happening. There's shoes getting pulled off trains, those Nygel Sylvesters. I don't know. We're probably not going to be able to see those because those will probably go into evidence. So there would be a whole bunch of inventory missing on those. People are probably getting scared, wanting to get their pairs on those. And the same thing with these unions. They're building up this hype. They're making us have FOMO, fear of missing out. Same thing goes with a lot of other shoes that are coming out this year. We already know what it is. I talk till I'm blue in the face about how Jordan Brand has limited their shoes in order for us to want them more. And that just is what it is. It's not a coincidence. These things happen for a reason. It's all by design, and high-end retailers have been doing this for years. That's why you go into a jewelry store and you like a nice piece of jewelry, and the jeweler will give you some crap about, this is the only one I got, I can get it on back order, but this is one of our most coveted, not coveted, but one of our most wanted pieces, so I can't just give you this one, you'll have to wait. And then you're sitting there wanting it even more because, oh man, it's rare, it's really hard to find something like this, so I got to get my hands on it. And now you want it because you have what? FOMO, the fear of missing out. And that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about FOMO. We're talking about manufactured hype. We're talking about the BS that goes on with these brands that makes you want to buy these shoes even when you didn't want to buy them. So I'm here to tell you, I am a YouTuber, yes. Am I making money off of this? No. But I hear a lot of YouTubers saying that they're here for the community, and they really telling you that these prices are gonna skyrocket, they're going through the roof, and they're in a room next to a whole bunch of pairs that they got early, probably off the back of a heist, to keep it real with you, and they're trying to sell them to you. I'm not that dude. I'm just trying to spread awareness. That's what I'm out here doing. That's why I say I really am for the community, because a lot of people don't even know what's going on, and ignorance is bliss. When you don't know, you don't know. And what I'm trying to say there is basically you can't get manipulated and you can't get seduced unless you have a level of ignorance. And if you can't pick up what I'm putting down, then maybe it's a capacity issue. Maybe, I don't know, maybe there's a little low IQ there, but I mean, who am I to judge? I'm just saying.
You're not just wrong, you're stupid. Now wait just a minute.
But honestly, these are tactics that are intentionally implemented through these companies to make you want these shoes even more, and sometimes make you want them in the first place when you didn't. So it's getting hyped, it's getting crazy. The resellers are out here, the YouTubers are pumping them. Just be smart. I'm not nobody to tell you what to do with your money. It's none of my business, but I can tell you, just be aware of what's going on and have an open mind about how these people manipulate you and how they get you to want these products, because everybody has an ulterior motive when it comes down to this, whether it's the YouTubers, whether it's the company, whatever it may be, whatever the story may be, wherever you're getting your info from. A lot of people have ulterior motives and they're pushing these products for their own pockets, for their own reasons, and it is what it is. It's a manipulation tactic. We've talked about this time and time again, but all I'm saying is beware of the FOMO. Ask yourself, do you really like these shoes? Did you like them when they first announced? Or is it just the hype and you're getting excited and you want to get these shoes? Me personally, I'm a victim of it. I know I am. Sometimes there's shoes that I don't want and the hype drives me to want to go and chase them. But like I said on my last video, I'm not doing a lot of resale this year. There's some shoes on my list and I'm going to go after them, and if I don't get them, I'm on to the next. And I could only just suggest to you guys to be smart when it comes down to this, because everybody out here ain't really who they say they are, and they're pushing the narrative, and it's their own narrative, and it's for their own good. And with that being said, if you like my content, please consider subscribing to the channel so you can get some more of this good stuff in your life every time I drop it. And with that, I'm OG Trap Jordan, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.